Hey, welcome to a quick walkthrough of the Dendri Clio integration. This is Dendri. Dendri is a task and project management suite built with agile lawyers in mind. When you first log into Dendri, you're going to see your dashboard. Your dashboard has three components. It's got a to-do list with notes, and you can save those anytime you want so that you can track your progress over time. It's got a unified kanban board that includes all of your tasks from all of your matters. And it's got a history view that includes your tasks, your events, your documents, anything else you need. And you can take this view, you can filter it, and then you can export the content to CSV. All that's very cool, but what we care about is how to get it working with Clio. So when you first log in, go to Organization and Teams, and click on this Sync Clio account. Allow access, and then you're done. To get your Clio matters into Dendri, or pick the ones that you want to sync, go to Integrations, choose Matters, and this will give you a list of all of your matters from Clio, and you can pick one by one which ones you want to sync. By default, all of this will be grayed out. Because this is an existing account, it's all locked in. So let's go over to Clio. Over in Clio, we've got a matter for one Iggy Pop, and we have some tasks. So you see one task, deposition, assigned by me, and we're going to add another one, important task. Cool. So we've got two tasks. Let's go over to Dendri and see what we've got. Go to the corresponding matter, right up here at the top. And this is what a matter looks like in Dendri. Like your dashboard, up at the top, you've got all of your important client information. You've got any statuses that you might have. I don't think we have any preloaded, but you can set custom statuses to trigger automations, any related clients and what their relationship is, and then any freestanding notes. That anybody who's coming to the matter on your team can see it. And we've got our tasks. So here's the important task that I just created. Here's some of the pre-existing tasks, including one or two that were here before I created the sync. So let's click on important task and see what a task in Dendri is all about. It's a little bit more powerful than what you've got in Clio. So you've got a title, you've got a rich text area that you can take any important notes. So let me come back here and let's make that a bulleted list. There we go. Now, one thing to note, task descriptions in Clio don't use HTML, and so when we pop back over, you'll see a lot of weird formatting, but it's helpful here. The other thing you can do, you can add a checklist, so you can add a to-do manually, or you can pre-populate from tasks that you use over and over again. So let's add our Monday morning routine as a checklist. Now we get a progress tracker, so as we click through different subtasks, they follow. You can also comment to other team members. I'll testy. And that'll show up on Testy's dashboard, so he'll see it as an unread comment and be able to come straight to this task. Now, a couple other things you can do. I have a start date and a due date. You can see that this is linked to this matter called a Clio synced matter. You have the matter status. You can also change the status on your dashboard. So I'm going to move that over to this is on fire on my personal dashboard. You have a primary user, but you can also add any other users on your team. So add Pat and Oswald to this one, so I think he needs to know about it. You can assign a team. Teams are just like personal dashboards. They're separate board areas where you can group specific kinds of work. So if you have, say, trial prep or medical records, you can have a team for that, and everybody in your office who works in that kind of work can organize it together and group work based on the type rather than just based on when it's due. So let's add this task to our hearings team, and we're going to add a label to it as well. Chill label. Cool, you can also add attachments if you need to. Let's just leave it at that. Close that off. Now we're going to move this over to in progress. You can see where everything's at. Also, I think I forgot to save, but let's make some notes. Cool. And you can actually see the description here. Let's pop back over to Clio and see if we see any of those updates. Do a quick refresh. So things are happening here. We have today's date. Let's edit this task. Let's add to this description. Save it. And we're going to mark this guy complete. Mark this complete. Now let's go back over to Dendri. You'll see both tasks have been moved over to complete. You can see really important that we follow up on this has been updated. So what Dendri lets you do is it lets you group your tasks by what's important and organize them the way you want to work through your workflow in a particular case file, rather than just having to jump into a particular matter. As I mentioned, team dashboards give you that additional superpower of grouping various cases together based on kinds of work. So here we have judge follow-ups for scheduling, confirmation meetings with clients. By default, everything comes into the inbox. So even though this was done, we're going to move it over here in the team. And then again, everybody can work on it together, figure out what they need to do. And you see right from the top, it's a Clio sync matter. You know where it comes from, when it's due, what the progress is. And that's a quick overview of how tasks in Dendri can superpower your Clio workflow. Hope you enjoyed.